lesson on we're gonna do it's gonna be about tears. I was talking to Brother Ryan about this about a month or two ago about do tears know they tears, like do like people have to find themselves with Yah again. They didn't know, like the lost sheep of the house of Israel. They lost children. What about the devil children? Do the devil children know they the children of the devil? That's it. Do they have to find their road to Satan? You know what I'm saying? So that's got me thinking. So do touch on that and go on down from there. First, glory to Yah, and let's go out in the truth. First, we're gonna go to Genesis 3 and 5. Genesis 3 and 5. Go from the beginning where these people, or whatever they are, Satan children, the foundation of them. This is Genesis 3:15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman. After Adam and Eve ate of the tree, and Satan, tricked them, beguiled Eve and whatnot. One of the punishments of Satan was, I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. The seed lines is always conflict. That's why there's many sins. They might all black folk ain't kinfolk though. Anybody in it know about that. It's an old saying, because some people look alike, but the spirit, it just don't mix. The appearance mix, but the spirit just don't mix, and it's for a reason though. Wheat and tares. But then we go to Job 9:24. Job 9:24. Which y'all should know by now. Job 9:24. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges. Thereof, if not, where and who is he? It's a mystery. Like, man, who are these wicked? Like, because it's hard to discover, because they living among you. Like so many other movies, the body snatchers and all that type. All that stuff is biblical. It might be seems like some sci-fi stuff, but it's really biblical. The body snatchers. You don't know you're sleeping with the enemy. There's a movie. You're sleeping with the enemy. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what it is. And that's why you really got to get into the spirit to really know who you're dealing with. Okay. Now we're gonna go to Psalms 53. Psalms 53. Psalms 58 and 3. Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked, on down, the wicked are estranged from birth, from the womb. They go astray as soon as they are born, speaking lies. So you really have to think about, like, why it's really black and white with Yah. Why would Yah put this in the Bible if it wasn't true? He put it in the Bible because it is true, and he's giving you a warning. And we're going to go into more details about this. The wicked are estranged from the womb. That goes to Genesis 3:15. I'm going to put enmity between thy seed and your seed. They go astray as soon as they are born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear. which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. Like a snake charmer, when they do the little fiddle or whatever, the snake supposed to come out. That's what normally supposed to happen. But the wicked, I'm like, man, we ain't trying to hear that. We down here doing what we doing. We ain't got, you don't know who we are, but you know what I'm saying? We got the spirit of Satan, and that don't work on us. You be trying to baptize them in the name of Yahusha, cast out the demons. Ain't nothing casting out, ain't nothing going out. They are the devil. They the children of the devil. Okay, 6. Break, and this is what the brother is asking Yah to do. Break their teeth, O Yah, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Yah. Let them melt away as waters which run continually, when he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows. Let them be as cut in pieces as a snail which melteth. Let every one of them pass away, like the untimely birth of a woman that may not see the sun. Before your pots can fill the thorns, he shall take them away as with a whirlwind, both living and in his wrath. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked, so that a man shall say, verily there is a reward for the righteous. Verily he is Yah that judges in the earth. So these are fighting words. There ain't no way around this. You dancing in blood, that's fighting. That's mass slaughter. These are the wicked children. These are the tares. And we gonna understand why. We talked about that before. Why Yah is so harsh towards them is because they just have a heart to do evil. There's no reasoning with them. You're dealing with a psychopath. Okay, going to go to Matthew 13:37. That's why, you talk to people, man, you always lying. It might be, child of the devil. That's why it's double-edged. It might be a spirit, or they literally might be a terror. Like, once you start doing the spiritual stuff and nothing ain't working, it's the word they hear. Okay. 13:37. Chapter 13:37. Okay. Now Yahushua was telling about the parable of the wheat and tares, and afterwards, once the crowd left, the disciples wanted him to go into more details. So, 37, he answered and said unto them, He that soweth good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom. But the tares are the children of the wicked. Go back to Genesis 15. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity. It won't be no offending Yah in the kingdom. These are my bad. You gotta go. You gotta go. Ain't no my bad in the kingdom. Okay. 42. And shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of Yah, of their Yah. Who hath an ear, let him hear. Okay, so just give us some back information to the build-up. And now we're going to go to Matthew 7, chapter 7, 16 to 20. 7, 16 to 20. Chapter 7, 16 to 20. Alright. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do man gather grapes of thorns, or figs, or of thistles? So again, you really got to test people. I know Brother Ron was talking about that about a week or two ago, about knowing them by what they do, their behavior, and if they don't display appropriate behavior, you got to put them out, and as this is what it is. And you might be dealing with somebody who's struggling in the truth, or you just might be dealing with a terror type of person. Again, Okay, 17. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit. And we go to Matthew 13, where the Yahushua say, the children of the kingdom are the good seeds that was planted. And the enemy came and planted the demon children, the demon spawn children. I heard that too, man. That's a demon spawn child. They just might be a demon spawn child. So, because the scriptures say, Yah planted good seed for the kingdom. But on the opposite side or whatever, it's bad. 17. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree, Satan's children, the tares, bringeth forth evil fruit. It's one thing, man, somebody always doing something evil, and it's one thing somebody's making mistakes, but they correcting them as they go. You really got to use discernment, like what you're dealing with. If somebody keep doing evil, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. And sometimes, we like to make excuses for people and overdose on their excuses and not really put it on the scripture. Like somebody lying to you, they're a liar. There's no way around it, A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth forth not good fruit is hewed down and cast into the fire, just like it was in Matthew 13. Wherefore, by their fruits, ye shall know them. So, you can speak in the language of sign language, and you get what people are saying. So, you just got to be, a lot of people just got to be more cognitively aware of people's behavior, and, and understand that if that's who they are, you might like them, y'all might play football or something, or, play pool or something, but who they are, Satan still talk to y'all. That's the devil. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You going to hell, what up, Satan? Oh, I'm just going to and fro, see who I can kill today. All right, talk to you later. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the devil. But all right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, it's not like you can't talk to somebody. I'm sure, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure the angels who going to be in hell, guarding everything, going to be like, how you doing today, Satan? I'm hot. You know what I'm saying? But, 5. Psalms 55, 1 to 23. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They still talking. $55, 1 to 23. 55, 1 to 23. Alright. Give ear to my prayer, O Yah. And I need to go back to that. I want to show y'all something. I didn't know y'all was going to be here. Some of this stuff is mature. Well, now I was going to show y'all. I was going to pull up a video, but yeah, I was. But it was just going on characteristics of tares. You know what I'm saying? It goes down to genetics. Since the children are here, I'm not going to go into, I'm not going to pull it up, but talk about it a little bit. But it goes into genetics. And from my researching this stuff, it shows, like, you know, tares have certain attributes. I want to go too deep into it. I guess I just skip it. But tares have certain attributes still to this day that you can tell. I guess I'll talk to y'all later. But you can tell they have DNA. Something's in their DNA. Like, y'all children have certain level of certain kind of DNA that is clean, quote unquote, and the tare children have a certain DNA that it degrades them. They don't develop as normally as a person who is not a tare. And because, you know, the Bible goes into genetics, and this was the flood was about. The genetics got mixed up, and that's why you got Nephilim and all this type of stuff. It wasn't no hocus pocus, you're a giant. It was gene manipulation. You know, you splicing things together, manipulating the genes, and that's why Noah was saved, because he was the person with the only clean genes that y'all could use. You know, it wasn't no hocus pocus type stuff. You know, y'all don't know. You know, y'all is a master.
Y'all had a set of people already that stayed that way.
And it was genetics.
Yeah, genetics. And then it was fire with the land. You know, they said, if you read in the Bible, you can see those people. They kept on training us to not be around the people. They kept themselves closed in. Same with Elder Ishmael, when you read the book of Adam and Eve, the book that shares the same thing, how they shut themselves in. You know, so it won't be crossbred with the children of the land. With the
Nephilim DNA.
Nephilim. I like that Gene there, he's saying that. That point blank like that. Yes.
And their genetic makeup is still here to this day. And, you know, I'll talk to y'all about that later. But I'll just read to 55, 1 to 3. Give ear to my prayer, O Yah, and hide not thyself from my supplication. Attend unto me and hear me. I mourn in my complaints and make a noise because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked. And we know, just like we was talking in 58 of Psalms, you know, the wicked go astray from birth. You know, these are tell signs of a tear person. For they cast in iniquity upon me, and in wrath they hate me. One thing, you know, like little girls. I mean, you know, some of these little girls when they're young, I mean, just bad, man. I know. Straight just see it. I know. Just very evil behavior. And this goes back to the wheat and tare. You know, you might look the same, but you're not the same. We got two different parents. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just point that out because, you know, that's a known fact. You know what I'm saying? You know, little girls can be mean. I mean, you can have some little girls sweet and nice and kind, and then on the other side, I mean, who are you? You're a child of the devil. You know? Yeah, it's the truth. It's the truth. You know, and because we're not learned, a lot of people not learned in the scriptures about there's literally two seed lines on the planet Earth, you just think, oh, that child bad. It might be a little deeper than that. It might be a little deeper than that. You know, to be real. Because I can see the evil in some of these children. I mean, you can see, like him, I don't see it. I don't see it in him.
It's a spirit.
You know?
It's a spirit in them, man. I know what you're talking about. It's a spirit in them.
It could be a spirit, or it could be a terror. You know
but terror, you gotta understand, it's a host of a spirit that is used in it already, man.
Yeah, the body. Well, yeah, you can say that. Just like, you know, like this, my body. You know, if I'm a child of Yah, I just happen to be in this vehicle. You know what I'm saying? They just got the devil in their vehicle. You know what I'm saying? All right, verse 4. My heart is sore pain within me, and the terrors of death are fallen upon me. Fear said, oh, that I had wings like a dove, for then would I fly away and be at rest. So you want to get up out of this. There's a lot of trouble, man. You want to get up out of here. The wicked, and we go back to verse 3, said the wicked are afflicting him. You know, if he had wings, he would fly away. Verse 6, and I said, oh, that I had wings like a dove, for then would I fly away and be at rest. Lo, then would I wander far off and remain in the wilderness. Selah. I would hasten my escape. You hear this stuff, man? These are some, like, I'm trying to get up out of here with the quickness. You know, if I had wings, I would hasten my escape. You know, this person want to get up out of here. I would hasten my escape from the windy storm and tempest. Destroy, oh yeah, and divide their tongues, for I have seen violence and strife in the city. Day and night they go about it upon the walls thereof. Mischief also and sorrow are in the midst of it. Wickedness is in the midst thereof. Deceit and gall depart not from her streets. For it was not an enemy that reproached me that I have bore it, neither was it that hated me that did magnify himself against me. Then I would have hid myself from him. But it was thou, a man, mine equal, my guide, and my acquaintance. Somebody very close to them. We took sweet counsel together and walked into the house of Yah in company. You know, look at this close person. Well, you got two different spirits here. Y'all up in here. What up, Bob? We get some waffles after this? Yeah. As soon as they get an opportunity to stab you in your back, like literally, stab you in the back, they're going to take it. Verse 14, we took sweet counsel together and walked unto the house of Yah in company. Let death seize upon them. Now they mad. What happened when you find out you got an enemy in the midst of you? You mad now. Look at this. Let death seize upon them and let them go down quick into hell. He was quickly trying to get up out of here. Now he's saying, yeah, I want you to quickly take them to hell. For wickedness is in their dwellings and among them. As for me, I will call upon Yah, and Yah shall save me. Evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice. He hath delivered my soul in peace from the battle that was against me. For there were many with me. Yah shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old. Selah. Because they have no changes, therefore they fear not Yah. I mean, Zion is bad as bad gets. But when Yah come, the knees get a little shaky. I don't care how bad somebody is in Zion, their knees get a little. But the wicked, who you? You not my daddy. Don't somebody say that when you see bad children, your children get, oh damn, get in trouble. The other children like, what you want? Get away from me. Right? That's what he's talking about. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. Again, these particular groups of people, they don't have the same heart. They'll break a covenant with you like that. They'll rip your heart out like that. That's why you gotta know who you're dealing with. Because they don't have any values. They don't. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Cast thy burden upon the Yah, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved, but, O Yah, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful man shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee. And we can go to the Enoch, the book of Enoch in a little bit. It talks about how the angels wanted their children to live forever. They were like, but y'all was like, nah, ain't gonna happen. We're gonna update this little plot y'all did. It ain't gonna happen. Y'all, they gonna live, but they ain't gonna fulfill their life. So just remember that verse 23. Okay, now we're gonna go to the book of Enoch. Let me get it.
Excuse me.
It'll be Enoch chapter 9. Enoch 10, I mean. Enoch chapter 10, 7 to 16. Okay. And the whole earth has been corrupted through the works that were taught by a fallen angel, Azazel, to ascribe all sin. And to Gabriel said, Yah. So they was talking about, how judgment is going to be rendered and whatnot. And I thought this was funny. And Gabriel was like, hey, don't forget about these children, And to Gabriel said to Yah, proceed against the bastards